Lompoc 5. As you're always so fond of saying, Mike, this would be a good time for a turnover.
Yeah.
2 wides to either side, and the handoff straight up the middle. That is Hunt again. He's going to get stopped just short at about the 1. And decision time now for Simi Valley. 4th and a goal from the 1.
1 yard line, 4th down from there.
And we'll see what the decision is. The offense is on the field, Mike.
Yes, they are. And
Jack Applegate has come in at quarterback.
Yes, he has. He's the veteran.
Shotgun keeping himself, trying to find some room on the far
he got
side.
run down backside by Coleman. And they turned it over on downs.
Any kind of a turnover will do. A loss of 1 on the play. Great job by Coleman tracking him down.
Put that one on the highlight reel.
Yep. Braves defense steps up here in their first chance of the year. Turnover on downs, and the Braves offense will take the field 1st and 10 deep in their own territory at the 2 yard line. 8:24 left here in the first, and the Lompoc offense will get a turn.
Good way to start the season.
And whistles and maybe a timeout called by the Braves. Okay, well, timeout before you take your first offensive snap. I guess you want to get it right.
Yes, you do, but don't want to bring a timeout.
8:24 left here in quarter number 1. No score from Houck Stadium. So glad you can join us tonight. KPEG Radio bringing you Lompoc and Cabrillo High School football all season long. Greg Ratcliffe and Mike Loney here with you. And I got to say, the turf here at Houck Stadium looking very nice here to start things off. Field's in excellent condition.
We mentioned half a dozen guys that transferred in, and I think they've all been on the field
already
with the ball tonight.
Yeah.
Brock Morton started.
Now we'll get to see a lot of familiar names in the Lompoc offense. Here, Barron will step under center. Nick Dominguez will get the first carry of the year off the left tackle and pick up about 2 maybe.
A little bit interesting.
3-yard pickup. Several pioneers in on that tackle.
Ball just about at the 5 yard line.
Decent pickup, getting a little distance from the goal line.
Give you a little room to work. 2nd and 7 for the Braves.
Nick and Johnny Gayton, number 30, the fullback, come out.
Coleman gets his first carry as a flag comes out, and then Coleman goes down after a gain of 1.
That's Leandre Coleman for a fight for 1 yard.
Our first penalty flag of the year, Mike. I wonder how many of those we'll see this evening.
Too many.
Probably. Preseason can be a flag fest. Get the official call on this one when we see it. A gain of 1 on the carry.
We have our first Greg specialty zebra huddle.
The zebra huddle. Already. Boy, that didn't take very long.
And they're going to wave it off.
All that, and they pick up the flag. Okay.
The flag be 3rd and 6.
Okay. So, gain of 1, 3rd down, and 6 from the 6. Braves will send 1 receiver wide to either side. Here, Barron in the shotgun. Coleman right behind him.
Trying to get them to jump, and they did not. Adjusting.
Oscar back there as well. The give is to Coleman, straight up the middle, trying to power his way forward, and he's not going to get there. Maybe picked up 1, and that's about it.
That was Leandre
So a conservative calling there by the Braves. Oh, and they'll turn it over.
Looks like he picked up 1 yard,
4th and 5.
And now we find out the real question. Do the Braves have anybody who can punt and or kick?
Well, I'll tell you a little story about that in a minute. I was watching Aldo in pregame, but this is not Aldo. This is Elijah Gonzalez back to do the punting. He's in his own end zone, about 5-6 yards deep. Good snap. Kick is away. It's short.
It's low, and it's going to roll.
Picked up at the 43-yard line. Look out to the 30, trying to get down to the far sideline. Breaks some tackles inside the 20 and down to about the 17-yard line. That was Malik Hunt on the return. Picked it up after a couple of bounces. Picked up a block. Got inside the hash and then stumbled his way down to about the 17-yard line. So Simi Valley got stalled at the Lompoc 2, but after a nice 3-and-out stop by their defense, they've got the ball in terrific shape. First down at the Braves 17. Throckmorton gives it to Griffith, cuts it back inside, and gets inside the 15 to about the 14.
Number 2, Dean Griffith on the carry. Probably. Is it? 4-yard pickup.
Give him about 4 on that one. That'll be nice. Second down and about 6.
Yeah.
Approaching the halfway mark here in the first quarter. No score from Hawk Stadium.
Yeah. Got Nick coming back in.
3 receivers to the left. Throckmorton cuts it back the other way. Tries to escape and finally goes down after a little bit of a scramble right about the line of scrimmage.
Real nice pressure by number 27, Anthony Arias.
That play was designed to go to his left. Had to turn around and go the other way and found there wasn't a whole lot of room over there either.
The play was on the left side, nothing there. He turned around and
so that'll be third down? Well, there's some... No, we got a flag down, Mike. That's what the discussion is. The penalty flag at about the 15. And a zebra huddle to discuss the possibilities.
Well, I thought there was a holding, but you never know when or if they're going to call that one. So
maybe they'll pick this one up too. Now we're going to get a ruling.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Braves.
So they signal as a personal foul against
that is not good. That's going to move the ball inside the 10 to about the 7.
Half the distance to the goal. And another first down.
Yep. And all of a sudden, the Simi Valley Pioneers have another first and goal, this time from the 7. Applegate in the backfield now. Looking to pass. Pumps once, pulls it down, throws it again, just long in the end zone and incomplete, intended for Malik Hunt.
Jack Applegate was intended for number 3, Malik Hunt. Brings up second and goal.
And that was about, 6 inches from good?
Yeah, overthrew it a little bit. Had Hunt pretty wide open in the back right corner of the end zone.
Couldn't quite haul that one in. It's second and goal from the 7. Clock stopped with 5:48 left here in the first. Pioneers trying to scratch first here. 2 receivers right. 2 left. Scrambling is Applegate and finally goes down way back to the 25-yard line.
He managed to break loose 2 or 3 times, and each time he lost even more yardage.
Braithwaite back there for the Braves. Arias back there as well. Good pursuit by the Braves defense and a big loss all the way back to the 25. Third and goal now for the Pioneers.
Third and goal and a quarter of the field.
Yeah.
Don't see that real often.
Applegate still in. Plenty of protection this time. Throwing deep left. Got a man all by himself. Knocked away at the last second at the goal line.
That was Joker Dickerson. Managed to get in there and break that up.
Excellent job, because I'll tell you what, the receiver was open.
Yep, and he got a little bit lucky there because he tipped it up in the air and that fell and almost dropped right on the guy's chest. That was 3. That was Malik Henry. That was
Malik Hunt again.
Malik Hunt.
And 4th and goal from the 25, and the Simi Valley team will go for it again. Applegate steps up, throws complete at the 2-yard line. Tackled immediately, and again.
Yeah. He actually caught that going down to his knees. It was a bit low.
So once again, the Simi Valley team will turn it over on downs at the Lompoc 2. Coming up just short again. 4:53 left here in the first, and it'll be Braves ball again from their 2-yard line. A rather dull, disappointing 3 and out their last possession. See if they can better that a little bit. Uribarren with his first carry of the year spins away from 1 tackle, makes a little bit of progress, gets across the 5 out to about the 7.
He had a couple in the earlier possession. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's preseason, right?
Yeah.
2nd down and about 6, we'll call it. Uribarren from the shotgun, 2 receivers again. Fakes the handoff, quick throw left, and the receiver was supposed to have been George Tenario, and he didn't know the ball was coming. He was out there blocking. So, little miscommunication on that one. And it'll be 3rd down. Tenario comes out. Coleman's in. Ray's trying to avoid consecutive 3 and outs here to start the game.
Mm-hmm. Morgan in the slot on the right side. Doesn't really have anybody up on now. A guy moves over.
Coleman, he's going to get wrapped up pretty quickly for a minimal gain.
Maybe a yard.
That was number 60, Michael Molidor on the tackle. And what we just alluded to just happened. With a 3 and out for the Braves, it's 4th down and 5, and they will be kicking this one away.
Yeah.
The last punt was less than stellar.
Yeah, and the punt coverage was less than that.
Deep man back only at the Braves' 40-yard line. So Pioneers not expecting a lot here from this kick. This one is about the same as it was before. Short.
Goes about 20 yards and then rolls another 8.
No return on this one as it is touched dead at the 38-yard line.
Yes, the Braves are planning on playing some defense today.
The Braves have been blessed with an outstanding kicking game for many, many years.
Yeah, and I was going to be sure and mention the fact that the one of the guys that the Braves could have had that ain't here is a fellow by the name of Julian Araujo.
That young man could kick the ball, and that's why he's a professional these days.
Yeah, and this would be his senior class. As he gives the ball to 33.
33, Jim DeYoung carries down to the 34-yard line. Picks up about 4. 2nd and 6 from there for Simi Valley. Clock running down close to the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. A scoreless first quarter.
And DeYoung is not a small fellow. He's 5'11", 200.
This is Throckmorton back. Throwing deep to the right. Got a man. Incomplete, but a flag's going to come out, and I think they're going to get the Braves for pass interference. Joe Schumer back there. Looks like he might have gotten a hold of an arm. Yeah. And that flag is down at the 1-yard line. And that will be the call. Defensive pass interference. That'll march off 15 from the previous line of scrimmage. which will take you down to the 19-yard line and give Simi Valley a first down from there. Pioneers operating solely on the Braves side of the field here tonight.
One or two plays early.
Briefly started on their side of the 50 and have been on the Lompoc side ever since. Quick screen to the right, complete.
Throws it out to
Hunt, got it complete.
Hunt, and then he got Morgan.
He got rattled by Ryan Morgan. So you don't think you want to come out here, young man. Quick gain of 3, however. Second down and 7 from the 16. 2 receivers to either side. Shotgun. Throckmorton looking to the right. This one will be through the hands and incomplete at the 5-yard line.
Threw it high and behind him. Trying to find number 4, Chase Arnaud.
Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Pioneers.
3rd down for Simi Valley now. Ball at the Braves 16-yard line, just outside the 15 actually. Clock stopped with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Even though it's scoreless, the quarter has been pretty much dominated by Simi Valley. Braves was only 6 offensive snaps. The ball is loose in the backfield and a big scramble for it. Looks like the Braves may have it. I'm thinking they do.
Speaking of offensive snaps, that was pretty offensive.
Yeah, that was an offensive, yes. Ball came loose. The Braves are right all over it.
Looked like that was number 71, Nicholas Cabrillo on the right.
Looked like Nicholas Curiel on the recovery for the Braves, number 71. So we're speculating. The Braves will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And oddly enough, that's their best start field position of the night.
Yeah. 2:10 remaining here in the first quarter.
Pass out here to Kalen Daniels. Real quick, he had to get down on his knees to catch it. So he was down right there. So that's actually a loss of a yard on a completed pass. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Kalen Daniels is expected to do some things this year. He's the league champion in the long jump, the triple jump, and the 4x100.
Daniels was in motion in that play, and Tenario gets the carry across the 20 to maybe the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and about 8.5.
3-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
2 receivers up top. Morgan in the slot. Daniels off here to the right. And timeout Braves. 2 quick timeouts here by the Braves in the first quarter.
Timeout for the Braves. We haven't done it yet.
Stops the clock with 1 minute and 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. No score from Houck Stadium this evening. This gives us this opportunity to thank one of our sponsors. I want to thank Box Shop Bob over at the Box Shop for being with us tonight.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Bob's with us again. Thank you so much, Bob, for signing up and helping us to bring Lompoc Valley sports to our fans all over the Lompoc Valley. Thank you, Bob. Box Shop.
And you wonder if Corey Hall has thrown some wrinkles into the defense that Cameron Kerr must planning on seeing tonight.
Well, Coach Jones alluded to the fact that since Simi Valley did not scrimmage this year, they had no film on them. They really had very little idea what to expect. And it was just going to kind of be a play it as it comes sort of a game, and we'll see who can adjust better as we go along. Yeah. Right now, the Braves need some adjusting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So here we go.
Finally have 11 players out there.
That's always helpful. 3rd down. Ooh. Swallowed up in the backfield is Earbaron.
Yep. Number 60 just dropped on 60 and 94.
Michael Molidor who is, by the way, 5'11", 275 pounds of defensive line.
And looks it.
Mm-hmm.
3-yard loss makes it 4th and 10 for the Braves.
So 4th down after a 3-yard loss, 4th and 10, and once again,
And that was
a punting situation for Lompoc.
That was a planned draw, and may I suggest they draw something else?
Yes.
And Cameron would agree with that. Oh,
Short, high, out of bounds kick. Fair caught by Leandre Coleman, out of bounds.
yeah,
That doesn't count.
that managed to make it almost to the first down sticks.
See where they will mark this. Looks like at about the 20-yard line. And 21 is where they'll put that. So another, put it at the 31. 1st and 10 Pioneers from there. And again, excellent starting position for Simi Valley with 23.8 seconds left here in the first.
Yeah.
3 receivers up top. One here to the short side. Throckmorton rolling.
And
Now pivots, scrambles, and gets tackled.
56 and 27.
56 being Jed Rentz. Got there first. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? Just about. So we'll call it 2nd and 10 from the 31. And that's going to wind down the clock on the first quarter.
Yeah.
As the buzzer sounds, and quarter number 1 will be in the books. We are tied up at 0, and this is difficult to say, and I don't know how often I've ever said it, but the Braves just not only went scoreless in the first quarter, but they failed to get a first down in the first quarter. That is different.
Well, on the other hand, they've given up a fair amount of yardage, a bunch of plays, and
no points.
And the Pioneers haven't really made them pay for anything.
Braves defense comes up and makes a couple of big stops on the 2-yard line to sort of save some points. But the offense needs to find their rhythm, I think.
We're looking at a situation where the Braves haven't really done anything in the first quarter, and they're in this game. They're 1 play away from the 7-point lead, you know, and at least a 6-pointer.
Well, we will turn around and go the other way now. The Simi Valley Pioneers going from left to right on your radio dial. And it's 2nd and 10 from the 31. Throckmorton back to pass. Plenty of protection this time. Looking down the left side. Almost picked off. Dickerson right there had it in his hands and dropped it as he fell to the ground. But I'll tell you what, Joker Dickerson can cover some ground in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Pioneers.
Coach Jones called him a ball hawk, and he's kind of proving that to be true.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he could get both hands on it and close them. You know? He's had a couple that he should have picked off.
Well, that one was pretty close. We like the effort, though.
Yeah.
3rd and 10.
And he's
from the 31.
He's just a young'un. Oh,
Throckmorton under pressure. He's going to go down. Sacked at the 39-yard line. Brents again on the sack.
And Curiel. Brents hit him first, and Curiel put him down.
All the way back to the 38. Loss of 7. It'll be 4th down and long in a punting situation. Theoretically, we haven't seen the Pioneers punt yet. We're kind of questioning their kicking game. And
well, they certainly didn't show any kicker last night in the freshman or JV game.
Well, they will kick this one away. Their first punt of the evening.
Or at least their first.
Lining up for it anyway. Nice high end over end kick. Fair catch called for it about the 8. That was Dickerson.
That was Dickerson with the fair catch.
Mm-hmm.
So the Braves will start once again inside their 10, but better than some have started that. A minute into the second quarter, and the Braves will see if they can do better in the first 12 minutes.
Could be 1st and 10 for the Braves, the 8-yard line.
As twilight begins to set in here at Hawk Stadium, the lights come on, and I got to tell you, it's a beautiful fall night here to start the football season. Couldn't ask for better weather. Two receivers to the left for the Braves. Ear Baron from the shotgun. Little handoff straight up the middle onto the 14. That was Coleman. Gets out to the 14-yard line. Pick up what, about 6 or so? Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 4. Let's think about the best result the Braves have had off scrimmage so far. And whistles will stop this play before it gets started.
I think they're going to call illegal motion on the Braves.
Yep. That is the call, indeed. So, you know those 6 yards we just made a minute ago? Well, we just gave 5 of them back. 2nd down, 2nd and 9 now from the 9.
10-29. So the 9s are wild.
The dreaded retrograde motion has reared its head already. Right? Coleman tries to cut it outside to get to the edge. Takes a big hit at the 12-yard line.
He's real close to a first down, though.
That's number 1, Leandre Coleman, tripped up by 33, Jimmy Young.
Let's see where they end up putting this at about the 18-yard line. So he's going to be about a half a yard short, Mike.
Yeah.
And that's a Lompoc Brave first down.
Oh, I could be wrong. Wow, from the looks of that.
First down. Braves.
I was looking at the sticks across the way. And
9:58.
Okay, give the Braves their initial first down of the season. Just across their own 18-yard line. And a bad snap. The ball is loose in the backfield. And a mad scramble. We'll see who gets this one. No indication yet. Braves got it. Braves will fall on the loose ball. Ear Baron was waiting for it in the shotgun, and it never got to him. And all of a sudden, he had to dash forward. And somebody in a blue jersey covered it up. That's the good news.
It'll be
2nd and 10.
The other good news is they didn't lose any yardage. They've not been able to get the ball to Morgan at all.
Ear Baron from the shotgun. Fake to Coleman. Ear Baron keeps it himself. Gets a seam.
He could be gone.
At the 40-yard line, or he was out of here.
Number 85, Cameron Shapiro, just managed to clip his ankle.
You remember a lot of that from last season. The Ear Baron can take off and go. He found a little seam off of left tackle, hit the secondary, and turned on the Jets. And one man got him by the foot. And that's the only thing that saved 6. So the Braves, with their first venture across their own 40. Quick pass to the left side, incomplete. That was dangerous.
Intended for number 9, Christian Duarte Tenero.
The Young was out there and got a hand on that one. And
2nd and 10 for the Braves.
a little bit of bullet dodging for the Braves on that one. 2nd down and 10 from their own 44. Back to the running game we go, straight up the middle. That is Mr. Coleman across the 45 to the 46.
Pickup of about 3.
Andre Coleman, call it a 2-yard pickup. Number 87, David Kipton in on that tackle.
Right at the 46, pickup of 2. 3rd down and 8 for the Braves. 8.5 to go till halftime. Still no score from Hawk Stadium. Ear Baron takes a shotgun. Good protection. Rolling to his right. Sets. Throws across the middle. Oh, through the hands and incomplete. Intended for Kalen Daniels.
The pass from Ear Baron was
And those are the kind you need to. Those are scary when you go through the hands and hit the tip drill and anybody's ball there. Fortunately for the Braves, falls incomplete. That's the good news. The bad news is that's 4th down again, and the Braves will have to kick the ball away once more.
Yeah, that's a good way. I was going to say punt, but I'm not sure that really that really describes it.
I was selecting my words carefully, actually.
They could actually have a play in
this
Pioneers
is
territory. That was
the best kick of the night. This one will take a nice Lompoc roll inside the
picked up about
20-yard line
on the roll.
All the way down to about the 16-yard line. So I call that a successful punt, right?
Yeah,
that'll work.
That was definitely the best of the night.
So the Pioneers will have their worst starting position of the evening on their own 16. First and 10 from there with 8:05 left in the second quarter.
Really good time for a tournament, right?
Yeah.
It feels kind of weird putting an S before the line of scrimmage number. Shoot down. And they're going to go 5 wide.
Applegate in at quarterback from the shotgun, and flags and whistles. They stop this play.
And that's on them.
That first penalty against the Pioneers, I think,
maybe? Could be.
Back them up 5 anyway. It'll be to the 11. Still first down for Simi Valley. First and 15.
3 to go.
2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the short side. Applegate throws this one wide left and out of bounds.
And had he not, it would have been chucking the other way because Joe Schumer was standing right in front of his receiver. And he had help.
That might have been a purposeful throw out of bounds to avoid the negative consequences. Second down and 15 from the 11. Clock stop now with 7:58 left here in the second quarter. No score from Hawk Stadium. Simi Valley Pioneers and Lompoc Braves. You're in week 0 action.
3 receivers left, 1 right.
Applegate takes the snap, rolling to his left. Kind of carrying that like a loaf of bread. Gets through the initial defense and across the 20 to about the 21.
Picked up about 10.
Nice gain, but short of the first down by about 4.
That was Jack Applegate with quarterback keeper. Brought down by a few Braves, including number 8.
Well, at the 21, it'll be third down and 4 yards to go.
Third and 4 for the Pioneers.
A little more manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Organ comes out here wide to the right. 2 receivers up to the short side of the field. The ball in the far half. Applegate stays in. Another keeper. Ooh, hard hit.
And he got rocked by Rance.
Hit hard at the 23. Looks for a second like Applegate might be able to get to the sticks, but
and then it looked like if he was going to get to a stick, it was going to be airborne going backwards.
That was a wallop by Rance.
He did pick up a couple yards, but my goodness.
Someone's going to leave a mark, actually. Fourth down.
Yeah.
And the Pioneers will punt this one away at 4th and about 1.5 yards.
Dickerson back at the Lompoc 46.
And another timeout called by Lompoc. That's it for the Braves for timeouts here in the first half. We've mentioned Jed Rance several times already tonight. So making himself known.
We can use this timeout to tell you about those great vehicles down there.
Yes, indeed. 6:39 here in the second quarter.
Jed listed at 6'1", 225, so he's making himself known to the players out there as well. I want to welcome a new sponsor this year.
Always a good thing.
Our good friends Mark and Beth Branson at Branson's Embroidery. Thank you guys for signing up, joining the party. Appreciate you being with us and to help us bring Lompoc and Cabrillo High School football to KPEG listeners all across the valley and all around the world at kpegradio.com. Branson's Embroidery. Thank you so much.
7 days a week for your shopping convenience. You can also find
So with 4th and short, the Pioneers will punt this one away. One man deep for the Braves back at the 40-yard line. I think that is Dickerson.
Ooh.
The snap is over the head into the end zone. Now he's going to just have to chuck it. Throws it incomplete. Had no chance to kick that one away with Braves coming on pressure. So the high snap, no kick, and the Braves will take over with excellent field position. Turnover on downs at the 24-yard line.
Good job just heaving it downfield.
Yeah. And you know, that was a very smart decision rather than trying to scramble and get off a poor kick. Just throw it out there and maybe something can happen in your favor.
Throw it in the general direction of one of your guys and
hope it's not a lineman.
Yeah.
First down, Braves from the Simi Valley 24-yard line. Speaking of high snaps, Air Baron gets that one, manages to get the control.
And
still trying to make something happen, but he should have been tackled about 16 times and finally gets down at about the 40.
Yeah.
And a little slow getting up was Air Baron, but seems to be okay. Well, spotted at the 38-yard line officially. Big loss on the play. The snap was high. He managed to get a hand on it to take him to himself, but by the time he got control, the defense was already there, and the play was blown up. So second down and a long way to go. I'm going to call it about 24 yards.
And they try a screen pass to
little receiver screen inside to Duarte Tenorio, and he's going to get wrapped up for another loss.
Loss of 3.
Back to the 42. So we're going in the wrong direction here are the Braves.
I believe you mentioned retrograde motion.
Yeah, I was hoping not to bring it up anymore, but 10, 27, I think. 28 yards, third and about 28.
They've got to get down to the 14 and at the 42.
And this pass is overthrown over there on the right flat, intended for Coleman.
And it was a little bit long. Flag down. Let's see what that was.
Flag down on the far side of the field, right at the 45. This would be a full start Braves. So I would think they would decline that one, and they will. Okay. So that'll bring up fourth down. Fourth and a bunch for the Braves, and yet another punting situation for Lompoc. The last one was better than the previous. Let's see if we can keep that trend going.
And I think we can say without contradiction that this has not been an offensive showcase today.
Yeah, another kind of a line drive kick. This one will take a beautiful Braves roll and be down at the 1-yard line. Great coverage by the Braves. Tenorio down there, I think, was probably the guy who stopped it from going into the end zone.
At the 2-yard line, bring it.
So the Pioneers, who have been accustomed to being at the Braves' 2-yard line many times this evening, will now be at their own 2-yard line to start this possession. With 4:48 left here in the first half, we are still scoreless from Houck Stadium.
Well, I thought this would be an interesting game. I'm not sure anybody thought it would be interesting in quite this dimension.
Isn't the interesting I was expecting. So Applegate will hand off.
Running play right up the middle.
I think that was Griffith on the carry for about a yard.
Was DeAndre Coleman bringing down the Pioneer running back quickly? Number 2, Gaten Griffith.
Give him a yard. Second and 9 from the 3.
1 tackle, 2 for a yard. So
something like that.
So 2 ones.
2 minus 1 equals 1 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been your last lesson for the night.
2 receivers to either side, one way right here to the right-hand side. Running play straight up the middle as they try and stretch the defense. Nice gain up to about the 10.
Yeah, good running play by Timmy there, right up the middle.
Coleman on the stop, but
Coleman again, yeah.
But again,
Timmy DeYoung on that carry.
not a first down.
Well, at the 10, it'll be 2 yards shy of the first. 3rd and 2 from there. Clock running, 3:40 remaining till halftime.
Yeah. The Pioneers do have some timeouts, some times out. The Braves have used theirs. Applegate
Design quarterback keeper up the middle, and that'll get the Pioneers a first down at about the 15.
Was that Applegate or Throckmorton? I think that was Applegate.
That was number 11, Jack Applegate, on the quarterback keeper for a Pioneer first down.
That'll move the sticks for Simi Valley. 1st and 10 right across their own 15-yard line.
3:19.
Hey, don't forget to
3:19 and running is the clock.
Pretty full, so you might go home with a little extra cash.
4 receiver set. Applegate from the shotgun. 1 back deep with him. Looking to pass on first down. Now having to scramble. Look out. 2 Braves after him.
Looking to survive.
3 Braves after him. And tries to dump this one off. Gets rid of it. No flag. There comes the flag.
The side judge talked to him, and there was nobody in the vicinity wearing a white jersey.
Caden Griffith was about 5 yards away on the inside, but that would be a stretch to call him in the vicinity. This should be a grounding call. They are discussing. It was a late call. Let's see what they do. Yep. Intentional grounding. That's loss of down.
Yep. So the flag is for intentional grounding.
And move the ball back to the 8. Stop the clock at 2:55. If there's, that's going to make it second down.
Second down from the 9-yard line for the Pioneers.
Need to get all the way out to the 26.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Applegate from under center this time. 2 receivers up top. He'll keep this one himself. Finds a little bit of a gap and gets out to about the 16-yard line. That was Dominguez on the tackle for the Braves. Number 2. Just shy of the 16-yard line. Right around the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10. Clock running, 2.5 remaining here in the first half.
I think I mentioned this hasn't really been an offensive showcase.
Uh-huh. You might be mentioning it again. Things don't change.
Kind of hope I do on this play. Yeah.
And whistles, and what do I got? Timeout. Timeout, Simi Valley.
They've got 2 left.
That will stop the clock with 2 minutes. 18 seconds left here in the second quarter. The first half is just about done, and we've still got zeros on the scoreboard for both squads. This is atypical.
This is football that makes you go, At least you kind of can call it football. It resembles it.
There are times when there are days when I remember. Sounds like a Beatles song. When the Braves will be up 35 right now. But as it is, we've got 2:18 left in the first half, and the Braves have a total of 1 first down. One.
And it's not like Simi Valley's been overpowering. They have been minimally effective, I guess.
Minimally effective. Okay, that's a good description. Okay, 3rd and 10 for the Pioneers. Applegate. Rolling left.
And Rance
picks up a block. Throws. Gets hit as he throws. And this one will be picked off at the 25.
And Rance just about decapitated Applegate. That was, he hit him in the chest. And I thought he was going to come apart like one of those battling robots. Oh, goodness.
That was a wallop indeed. The ball fluttered out there and picked off by Oscar Tenario, I believe. And returned to the 18-yard line. So the Braves set up in great field position with just over 2 minutes to go. Let's see if they can capitalize. Here, Barron from the shotgun, one receiver to either side. Coleman, another high snap that he tips to himself. And here, Barron will get back inside the 20 to maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And we have a Pioneer shaken up on the play. Down on a knee. That will stop the clock with 1:51 remaining. See if we can find out who this is. He's laying down on his back so we can't see a jersey number. The training staff out there to take a look.
Yeah. And we should mention that for the first time in many, many moons, the training staff on the field does not include Tom Blanco.
For as long as I've been doing this, it's really strange.
Tom has retired. Technically, Ruben Toronis is retired, and he's helping out with the athletic stuff behind the scenes. Again, his final year. And everybody's running away, Greg.
Injured player is assisted off the field, but mostly walking under his own power, so that's the great news.
Always good news.
I did see Ruben pregame, so he's here.
Yeah,
I doubt he'll ever go away.
Well, he's helping out as a volunteer this year. Kind of a volunteer anyway.
Second down and 10. Good snap this time. Here, Barron makes a spin, trying to find some room, staying alive, and finally goes down for a loss. Good pursuit by the Pioneer defense as about 3 white jerseys finally corralled him. And that's not easy to do with Cameron Barron.
No.
He is a spin machine. The loss, however, back to the, where are we? 22. It'll be a third down and about 13. Barron fakes the handoff, throws deep into the end zone. This one's incomplete, overthrown, intended for Kalen Daniels in the corner of the end zone.
Who was open.
Yeah, he was kind of by himself. In his defense, Barron had a guy in his face.
Yeah.
Had to launch that one up a little higher than he wanted to. But the incomplete pass brings up fourth down for the Braves. And it looks like they're going to line up for their first field goal attempt of the year. And this will bring up Aldo Anguiano. This will be a
another high snap.
40-yarder, and he can do this easy. Good. There it is.
And that was higher than the top of the posts. And
I saw Aldo kicking in pregame, and he was doing kickoffs 60 yards on the fly. So kid's got a leg, and he just proved it. And the Braves finally on the board here with just under a minute left here in the first half. It's Lompoc 3, Simi Valley nothing.
Let's see, that was snapped at the 22, so 29.
It was spotted at the 30, so it was a 40-yard kick.
Yeah.
And that made it with no problem whatsoever. That was good from 50 at least.
Oh, that like I said, that was a good 1.5 higher than the top of the posts.
Yeah.
And, it was a little bit to the left because of the high snap. We had to wait just a little bit, but yeah, that was good.
There was no question about that one.
And the Braves are on the board.
That only took 23 minutes. Little squib kick here by Anguiano, picked up at the 25 and a kneel down at the 27.
The kick from Adriano is down by number 12.
So The Simi Valley Pioneers will take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line with 55 seconds to go in the half. And they find themselves trailing by 3-0. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. Let's see if they want to get assertive here or play it safe.
And the Braves will get the ball to start the third. So
Applegate under center for the Pioneers. He'll keep it himself. And tiptoe out to the far side and pick up a couple.
And he started to peek outside, and Rance was there looking back at him, and Applegate decided maybe inside was better.
Ball ripped out by Coleman, but the ball had been whistled dead.
Picked up eventually about 4 yards.
Yeah, got out to the 31. It'll be second down and about 6. Braves still wondering if maybe they've got possession, but I don't think so.
No. They were.
Coleman pleading his case, but to no avail. It'll be Pioneers ball, second down. I think all about 7, actually.
39.9 seconds.
Timeout on the field. Pioneers have 1 remaining.
We like it when the clock says 0.9, don't we, Frank?
Indeed. Anything 0.9 is a good thing, especially 100.9.
On KPEG, the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm
Lompoc
Greg.
Valley Sports.
We are so happy to be here with you again this season. We're going to be here all year long. Hope you join us. Second down, a long 6, a short 7, any way you want to look at it. Screen pass complete to the far side, and nothing going after that. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage if he's lucky.
Yeah.
Clock running inside 30 seconds to go. It'll be third down and about 6. They still have 1 timeout remaining. They're up quickly to the line, however. Applegate from the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Applegate rolls right, stops, plants, throws, complete. That's number 9, Styles Caps, makes the catch and goes out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains, however. So they've got a first down, but they've got 2.6 seconds left. And they will take their final timeout to see what they can draw up.
You may see Throckmorton on this last one rather than Applegate.
He's got the superior arm strength, as I would think.
He's got the cannon.
And he's got we got 60 yards to get to the end zone. So
just shy of the 40, maybe half a football length.
2.6 seconds remaining in the first half of this first game of the year. The Braves lead 3-0 in what has been a what's the right word, Mike? Interesting
defensive battle. Or offensive inaptitude. I'm not sure which.
A little sloppiness. Of course, it's week 0. What do you want?
I tell you one thing. There has been some hitting out there.
Yes. No doubt about that. Okay, here we go.
Braves will drop 3 back 20 yards off the line.
And it's a running play. Caden Griffith
picks up a yard. Yeah, it was a good response.
Good defense by the Braves to get to that one, and that'll bring the first half to an end. My goodness. A low-scoring affair here at Hawk Stadium this evening. We are halfway through week 0, and it's Lompoc 3, Simi Valley nothing. You're listening to the game of the week here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. And we are going to send it back to the studio to fill you in on some great information and things happening around the Lompoc Valley. And we will see you back in about 20 minutes for the second half.
And now the real battle begins, the battle of the coaches at the half.
Now it's time to do that adjustment they talked about. We'll see you for the second half, folks.
I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org.
I got smart about health insurance. Now both my finances and I are healthy.
Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money.
I got smart about protecting my job. Now, I'm doing better than ever.
For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you're looking for.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hey, football fans, do you have friends or family that live out of town but still like to follow Lompoc Valley football? Let them know that KPEG's game coverage is also streaming live on the web. Just send them to kpegradio.com and they can catch all of the action no matter where they are. That's kpegradio.com, brought to you by your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. KPEG listeners, have we got a deal for you? Now, we know you enjoy hearing all of our great music and special programming, but how would you like to hear yourself on your favorite radio station? Too good to be true, you say? No way. If you are a dedicated KPEG fan, you're invited to stop by the studio and record your very own station ID or tribute. We'll add it to our rotation, so when you tune into KPEG, you just might hear yourself on the air. Give us a call at 875-2750. That's 875-2750, and we'll tell you how. It's simple, it's fun, it's free, and it's right here on Lompoc's very own 100.9 KPEG. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rockin' oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard. Some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage. But the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over... Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hello, I'm Samantha Scroggin, Community Relations Manager with the City of Lompoc. Let's tune in to what's happening in Lompoc. We want your input as the City of Lompoc develops a pedestrian and bicycle master plan. Learn more and take the survey on our city's website. The Lompoc Aquatic Center will be closed for maintenance from Monday, August 19th through Friday, August 30th. This closure will affect all regularly scheduled programming. We'll see you back at the pools on August 31st. Looking for something fun to do this fall in Lompoc? Our Lompoc Recreation Division has something for everyone. Check out the Fall Activity Guide online at cityoflompoc.com on our recreation page. Visit our City of Lompoc website for more information on all these programs and more. And be sure to follow the City of Lompoc on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of the latest news in the city. Thanks for joining us for this City of Lompoc News Update. We'll talk to you next time when we tune in Lompoc.
With football season officially underway, the KPEG broadcast crew will be ready for action again next week when the Lompoc Braves host their old rivals from Rigetti as the Warriors come to Houck Stadium. The Warriors are always a tough test for the Braves, so this should be a good one. Join us at 6:45 for our exclusive pregame interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Then settle in for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Rigetti Warriors versus the Lompoc Braves next Friday night. And it's right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The City Council meetings are your window into how Lompoc works. You can even speak to the council and let them know how you feel. But if you can't be there in person, you can always follow along on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and the web at cityoflompoc.com. That's right. We'll be there on the first and third Tuesday of every month, bringing you all the comments, discussions, and votes. So tune in for a live trimulcast of your city council meetings, only on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and cityoflompoc.com.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Fire, flood, hazardous spills, active shooter, extreme weather. In Santa Barbara County, there are things you need to know. If we can't reach you, we can't alert you. Sign up for Santa Barbara County Emergency Alerts today. To receive alerts via email, cell, and landline, sign up online at www.awareandprepare.org. Or for limited emergency information, text your zip code to 888-777 because you need to know.
Don't have a car? Too far to walk? Bike in the shop? Welcome aboard Colt, the City of Lompoc Transit. Sit back and let us do the driving. Colt serves the communities of Lompoc, Mission Hills, and Vandenberg Village. We offer comfort, low fares, convenience, free transfers, and great service. For more information and free trip planning assistance, give us a call at 736-7666 or visit us on the web at cityoflompoc.com/transit.
So, you want to know what's new on KPEG? Well, we've created the perfect solution, and we call it KPEG New Tracks. Every week, we'll showcase some of the new songs we've recently added to the mix, plus preview some tracks that haven't even made it into rotation yet. From indie to heavy metal, you'll hear some great new additions to the library, complete with artist and song title information. And who knows, one of them may turn out to be your next favorite song. Can you afford not to listen? It's KPEG New Tracks. Catch it every Friday night at 6 p.m. right here on your home for the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet, 100.9 KPEG.
Rich is just a really, really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I shop and cook for my mom every week. I help my dad pay his bills.
I take my wife to the doctor.
Am I a caregiver?
Are you caring for a senior parent, spouse, or friend? Do you spend time helping with meals, shopping, or personal care? Are you stressed? Do you have less time for yourself? You are not alone. Nearly 1 in 6 people in Lompoc are caregivers. Visit caringtogetherlompoc.org or call 925-9554.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
With football season officially underway, the KPEG broadcast crew will be ready for action again next week when the Lompoc Braves host their old rivals from Rigetti as the Warriors come to Houck Stadium. The Warriors are always a tough test for the Braves, so this should be a good one. Join us at 6:45 for our exclusive pregame interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Then settle in for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Rigetti Warriors versus the Lompoc Braves next Friday night. And it's right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Hi, I'm Casey Farah, your host for KPEG's Local Music Hour. Playing music from Lompoc and the surrounding cities. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. Right here on KPEG 100.9 FM.
Make a difference in your community and apply to be in the grand jury of Santa Barbara County. The grand jury investigates county government, municipalities, and special district use of your tax dollars. Jurors see the inner workings of it. Not available to most people. I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org.
I got smart about health insurance. Now both my finances and I are healthy.
Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money.
I got smart about protecting my job. Now, I'm doing better than ever.
For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you're looking for.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hey, football fans, do you have friends or family that live out of town but still like to follow Lompoc Valley football? Let them know that KPEG's game coverage is also streaming live on the web. Just send them to kpegradio.com and they can catch all of the action no matter where they are. That's kpegradio.com, brought to you by your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. KPEG listeners, have we got a deal for you? Now, we know you enjoy hearing all of our great music and special programming, but how would you like to hear yourself on your favorite radio station? Too good to be true, you say? No way. If you are a dedicated KPEG fan, you're invited to stop by the studio and record your very own station ID or tribute. We'll add it to our rotation, so when you tune into KPEG, you just might hear yourself on the air. Give us a call at 875-2750. That's 875-2750, and we'll tell you how. It's simple, it's fun, it's free, and it's right here on Lompoc's very own 100.9 KPEG. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rockin' oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard, some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage, but the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over... Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hello, I'm Samantha Scroggin, Community Relations Manager with the City of Lompoc. Let's tune in to what's happening in Lompoc. We want your input as the City of Lompoc develops a pedestrian and bicycle master plan. Learn more and take the survey on our city's website. The Lompoc Aquatic Center will be closed for maintenance from Monday, August 19th through Friday, August 30th. This closure will affect all regularly scheduled programming. We'll see you back at the pools on August 31st. Looking for something fun to do this fall in Lompoc? Our Lompoc Recreation Division has something for everyone. Check out the Fall Activity Guide online at cityoflompoc.com on our recreation page. Visit our City of Lompoc website for more information on all these programs and more. And be sure to follow the City of Lompoc on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of the latest news in the city. Thanks for joining us for this City of Lompoc news update. We'll talk to you next time when we tune in Lompoc.
Well, welcome back to Hawk Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Ratcliffe and Mike Loney, happy to be here with you. In week 0 action, Lompoc Braves hosting the Simi Valley Pioneers. It's a 3-0 Lompoc lead at halftime. We're just a couple of minutes away from starting the second half of action. Mike, your take on the first half?
Well, we spent an awful lot of time thinking the well was completely dry in terms of points. Simi Valley was able to move the ball some. Lompoc was able to move the ball back some. Braves got a good defensive, a very good defensive effort. We've kind of been making light of the offense a little bit, but these two defenses were hitting, and they were playing pretty good. There were numerous times when quarterbacks dropped back and saw absolutely nothing open because nothing was open, and then they got pressure in their face, in their chest, and
well, give credit to that Braves defense for a couple of goal line stands that kept the Pioneers out of the
The number of plays that Simi Valley ran inside the Braves 20 is probably a number that will give Andy Jones heartburn if they didn't give up any points. Speaking of points, there are some other games.
Yeah, there are other games going on here on the Central Coast tonight.
San Marcos is up 29-0 on Santa Paula in the second. Rio Grande and St. Louis are in a slugfest at half, 14-14. Oxnard is beating a lot of things out of Pioneer Valley. It's 58-0 in the second. Paso Robles is down to Liberty, 14-6. Rigetti is beating Santa Maria 21-0 in the second. I don't think anybody's surprised about that. San Ynez is down 6-0 to Nipomo.
No, that's a good one.
St. Joe is up 21-0 on CBC. Central Valley Christian will be seeing the Knights in a couple weeks. And if you happen to be a Simi Valley Pioneer fan, this next one will be music to your ears. Ventura is leading Royal 37-14 at halftime.
And I do believe we have some Simi Valley fans with us tonight. I had was contacted by athletic director Joelle Cardona earlier today, and she said she was not going to be able to make the trip up. So she's tuning in at kpegradio.com along with some of her friends and some other fans down in Simi Valley. So thanks, Joelle, for tuning in. We hope you're enjoying the coverage, and we wish your team a great season this year.
Yeah.
Both teams back on the field, getting ready to start the second half. The Pioneers will kick off to start the third quarter. It's 3-0 Braves. There is a sizable crowd, however, of folks that were able to make it up from Simi Valley tonight. And, a couple hundred folks over there across the way. Good turnout. And there is the second half kickoff. End over end, fielded at about the 14-yard line.
The middle up man.
Across the 30 to the 31 is the return. Figure out who that was.
That's Ryan Morgan on the return.
Ryan Morgan, yeah, I thought that was a 5. Ryan Morgan on the return.
He placed at the 31-yard line. First and 10 from there.
So the Braves will start with a pretty good field position at their own 31.
So I've got the winning ticket in hand here. You're going to be heading home with $240.
The Braves will start with one wide receiver to either side. Iribarren in the shotgun. The handoff at the middle goes to, is that Coleman?
Looks like it.
Unpile the bodies here.
There was definitely quickly
and he is down on his back and not getting up at the moment. And if that was Coleman, that is a very bad sign for the Braves. Yes, that is number 1. Yvonne Coleman. who is down at the 32-yard line and being attended to by Lompoc staff. Stretching out a leg.
It wasn't excessively hot today.
And he is limping to the sideline.
Jogging a little bit. Looks like...
we won't speculate on that, but hopefully that is nothing serious. That would be a devastating blow to the Braves to lose a caliber of DeAndre Coleman in week 0.
Offensively and or defensively.
Yes, he is as valuable on the defensive side of the ball as he is on offense.
A little bit of a high snap again.
Here, Barron finds some room and gets across the 40 to the 41. Real close to the first down, Mike.
Faked the handoff and took off upfield.
That's Cameron Barron on the quarterback keeper for Lompoc Braves. First down.
Yep, got to the 42, so that'll move the chains. First and 10 Lompoc.
All right, guys, here we go.
As you give Barron 11 yards. And look who's in the backfield now, number 20, Sheldon Canley.
Ooh, that's a name that's familiar.
And Canley will get his first carry and gets about a yard on it to the 43. Yes, that is a very familiar name for Lompoc folks.
His dad, Sheldon Canley the Elder, ended up going to San Jose State and spent some time with the Jets and the Denver Broncos before coming back and coaching at Santa Barbara City College and other places.
Barron again finds a seam on the right.
Oh, what a move.
Ball comes loose. Was he down? Yes. Unfortunately, because Simi Valley picked it up on one bounce and was heading to the end zone. So Barron down by contact at the Simi Valley 44. And Barron is down and writhing and in pain in the Lompoc backfield. That would be another devastating loss.
Mm-hmm.
And he is in a great deal of discomfort. The play was over. He
went back to the huddle
and then just dropped. Seems to be another leg issue. Looking at his left leg. Coach Jones is out there. Training staff is out there. Clock stopped with 10:28 remaining here in the third. And a lot of concern on the Braves sideline as the blue and white take knees down the Lompoc bench. Hoping for the best for their leader, Cameron Barron, who right now does not look to be in very good shape. If he is not able to go, they have a young man by the name of Kevin Ross who's come up. Barron now up on his feet and walking off on his own power. That's a great sign. Mm-hmm. Kevin Ross is just a freshman, but he's 6 foot, 190 pounds, and throws a real mean football. Mm-hmm. I've seen some film of him and saw him in pregame. He's a good-looking young quarterback.
And the Braves, after not having done much offensively in the first half, have put together 2 quick first downs here.
And speaking of Kevin Ross, there he is under center for the Braves. As Barron will have to at least sit out this play. Mm-hmm. Handoff up the middle, looks like Tenario on the carry.
That was number 17, Kevin Ross, handed the ball off to Oscar Tenario.
He gets down to close to the 42.
2-yard pickup makes it second and 8.
Second and 8 from there. Ross will stay in. Now both Barron and Coleman on the sideline with some type of injury. That's the worst case scenario for the Braves. Barron on the bench right now being looked at by the staff. So Kevin Ross steps in. He's in the shotgun. Another handoff up the middle, down to close to the 40.
Just a simple blast play up the middle again.
That was Oscar for 2 more. Down to the 40. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. One receiver wide to either side. Do you let the kid throw? I guess you do. Complete across the middle to Ryan Morgan at the 33.
First time they've gotten it to Morgan.
First down.
And that'll move the chains for the Braves. Kevin Ross puts his first pass in the air, and it's complete for a first down. Ball at the 32. Get this, Kevin Ross and Oscar Tenorio in the backfield for the Braves. Tenorio finds a seam off the left tackle inside the 30 to the 27. Coach Jones alluded to the fact that Oscar was going to play a bigger role this year, but was also counting on the fact that DeAndre Coleman was going to be their full-time running back. A 4-down back.
Almost 6 on that carry.
2nd down, we'll call it 5 from the 27. Coleman has his helmet in his hand and is heading towards that end of the field. Pass is picked off. Look out. He's got Oscar Tenorio to beat on the far sideline. Can he outrun him?
No.
No. Oscar's got him by the neck at the 20, and he's down.
Is that a flag or a towel down there?
That's a towel.
Yeah.
The pass by Ross was thrown behind the receiver, and it was just picked off in a straight blitz down the far sideline, and only the speed of Oscar Tenorio kept that from being a touchdown. So a big break here by the Pioneers. They've got the ball 1st and 10 at the Braves 20-yard line. 7:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. Lompoc leads 3-0. But again, the Pioneers are knocking on the door. They've knocked several times tonight.
No one has answered.
Nobody answered yet. Let's see what they can do this time. Handoff, left side.
Ooh.
That's Jonah Burton, I believe, on the carry.
That was number 22, Jonah Burton on the carry. Several Braves in on that tackle.
Looks like he got down to about the 17.
Braves have definitely been gang tackling.
Good pursuit by the Braves defense, that's for sure. 2nd and 7 for the Pioneers. Rolling right, throw incomplete. That is Throckmorton back in at quarterback.
And lucky he got that one back.
Incomplete pass. Intended for number 33.
DeYoung, the intended receiver. And we have a flag down.
Ineligible receiver.
Ineligible downfield against the Pioneers. It's interesting, that play didn't take that long to develop. And let's see. Where are they going to put this? Are they going to take it? Nope. Declining the penalty are the Braves. It'll be a 3rd down and 7. Don't want to give them another down here in the red zone. Loaded backfield for the Pioneers. Throckmorton. Good protection. Throws to the end zone. This one will be knocked away and incomplete. About 3 yards deep, and another penalty down here in the backfield. Holding Simi Valley.
The pass was incomplete, and there is a flag. Looks like it was signaled for holding against the.
So if the Braves hold to form, they'll turn this one down as well. And they do. Declined, and it is now 4th down. 4th down and 7. And what will the Pioneers do? They will line up their offense.
Line up and go for it. They apparently do not believe in kicking.
This has been their method of operation here tonight. Fake screen left, throws to the end zone, got a man all by himself, and incomplete, overthrown, intended by Chase Aron. And it is incomplete, and the Braves will take over. And if that ball had been just a little bit more accurate, we'd have our first touchdown of the season, and it would be in the hands of Simi Valley. So another case of bullet dodging by the Braves.
Yep.
But it's a strategy that's at least working for the moment. And it stays 3-0 Lompoc with 6:53 left here in the third quarter.
Braves take over on their own 17.
Kevin Ross is still in a quarterback for Lompoc. Straight blast up the middle for maybe 2 yards.
That's number 8, Oscar
Tenorio gets the ball again.
Second and 8 for the Braves.
Once again, Oscar got not quite 3.
Officially, we'll call it 2, 2nd and 8, or really long 7. Approaching the halfway mark here in the third quarter. This one going by pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Daniels in motion. He'll get the carry, sweeping right. Gets wrapped up short of a first down at around the 25. Just shy of the 25, looks like. On the far side of the field, far hash mark at the 24, we'll call it. It'll be a third down and about 3.
Some old-fashioned Braves offensive here, back in the days of Donnie Hoheimer. And
I believe I see good news on the field, Mike. Number 1 in the backfield. Indeed. And he'll carry, sweeping here to the left. Ball comes loose, fumble picked up by the Pioneers. And steps out of bounds at around the 20. And a flag comes in late after the play. But Leandre Coleman coughs it up here on the near sideline. And Simi Valley picks it up.
There is a flag on the play.
The penalty will be assessed after the play, so it will still be Simi Valley ball regardless. It just depends on who this is going to be called against as to where they spot the ball. But the Pioneers will have possession as the Braves turn it over again.
That was taken by number 22 from about the 32.
Well, a personal foul against Simi Valley is the penalty. That's going to back them up 15 all the way to the 34. So it kind of negates the return after the fumble recovery. It's about where that took place. But regardless, the Pioneers have the ball, 1st and 10 at the Braves 34.
There's 5:23 remaining here in the third quarter.
One of these days, these guys are going to have to capitalize on these opportunities.
I tell you, this has been a weird third quarter, that's for sure.
Young on the carry, a little misdirection, and gains about 1. 1.5. Call it 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8, your preference. Ball at about the 33.
We're going with 1 wide each side and split backfield.
2 backs from the shotgun. Throckmorton gets away from 1.
It doesn't get away from the real one.
The number 1, not the 31.
Yes.
Coleman there to make the stop after a gain of a couple. Third down and about 7. Clock running, 4.5 left here in the third. 3-0 is the score. Braves on top. Simi Valley trying to find pay dirt here. And they've been close a number of times so far tonight. Throckmorton looking left, throws this one deep. Knocked away, incomplete. That Joker again?
Good man.
Yep. Dickerson knocks away yet another pass. And all of a sudden, it's 4th down and 7, and the Simi Valley team will go for it again. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the right. Dump pass up the middle, complete, but tackled immediately at the 28. That'll be short.
Flag's down.
Flag in after the play. This could be big if it's against the Braves. More than likely a first down. The play is short of a first down by about 3-4 yards. We'll see what this call is. This could be a big one. Another ineligible downfield. Decline, first down, Braves on the turnover on downs. The ball is at the Lompoc 28-yard line. First down Lompoc from there with exactly 4 minutes to go here in the third.
So Simi Valley has taken over at the Braves 20 and 34 in this quarter, and they have not been able to get a first down. 4 minutes.
Braves D getting it done when they have to tonight, that's for sure. A couple of goal line stands. Now the Braves offense, number 1, needs to hold on to the ball.
Yep.
Number 2 needs to put some first downs together.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in that order.
Or a bunch of yards.
Either way.
I'm agnostic on that one.
We have a zebra huddle over the ball. I'm not sure what they're discussing. But while they're doing that, we're going to tell you about another one of our sponsors, our good friend Rick and Lisa Frederick of Frederick Quality Plumbing. Yeah. Thank you, guys. They've been with us since day one, since year one. They are as dedicated to local sports as you can imagine. Thank you, Rick, Lisa, for all you do for local sports and for supporting us tonight and all season long. Frederick Quality Plumbing.
Tenorio makes a real good move on the outside.
Couple of spin moves, picks up some nice yardage across the 35 to the 37. Pretty close to a first down. Close enough, as a matter of fact. Move the chains, first down Braves. Oscar doing his best Cameron Irabaran impersonation there.
Yeah.
Couple of little spins. Speaking of which, Irabaran's still on the trainer's table on the sideline. Kevin Ross still in at quarterback. Ross getting some trial by fire here early in the season.
Well, he's done well.
Run up the middle, across the 40 to the 43. Is that Oscar again? Yes, it was. Tenario getting lots of work here out to the 43, about 6 on that carry. It'll be second down and 4 from the Braves 43. It's 3-0 Lompoc. Yes, I said 3-0 with 3 minutes left here in the third. Trips wild, at least for a second. 2 receivers up top, one now in motion. That's Daniels.
Whoa.
High snap, knocked down by Ross. Gathers himself, tries to get some room on the outside, and will go down for maybe a loss of 1. If he might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
He's definitely no Cameron Irabaran when it comes to running, but that was a good play.
He averted disaster, which is sometimes the best you can hope for. Third down now from the 43. 3rd and 4.
Yeah. And Mr. Ross now has himself in the rushing statistics.
Under center, high formation. Deep back, Tenario breaks the tackle at the 50.
Breaks another.
He's at the 40. Going to get boxed out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. And some tempers at the end of that one, but no flags. Oscar all the way down to the 31 of Simi Valley, and that'll give the Braves a 1st and 10. And one of the Braves' biggest plays of the night.
Yep. And he busted loose down the left side, and there was a whole bunch of people over there, but they weren't close to him.
Took 4 of them to finally box him out, knock him out of bounds. It's 1st down Braves.
2:01 to go here in the third.
Right back to Tenario. Does a spin, hops over one guy, powers through another, and gets all the way down to the 18-yard line. Does Oscar Tenario.
And he just pounded Wesley Fry into the dirt.
1st down.
And keep in mind, Oscar's 5'11", 175 pounds. He is not a big kid.
On a good day.
That's when his uniform's wet. But he's playing about 30 pounds heavier than that tonight. He's a monster out there right now.
He picked up 12 on that one.
Coleman back in. Tenario getting some rest time. Well-deserved. Leandre cuts it to the outside. Touchdown, Braves!
19 yards with 1:27 remaining on the clock.
So almost to the end of the third quarter, the Braves finally find the end zone, and it's 9-0 with the point after pending. Leandre Coleman from the 18.
And we have seen some Braves shutouts before, but this is about as weird.
Anguiano into the extra point, and I don't know how, but he slipped that one over the upright because that was a line drive bullet that didn't look like it got more than 3 feet off the ground.
That looked like a Cody Bellinger shot.
But it made it. It made it, I guess. So it's good. 1:27 left here in the third, and Lompoc has advanced their lead. It's now Braves 10, Pioneers nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Bill's back at the studio pushing dials and clicking mice and stuff like that, keeping the stream going. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, wherever you are, here in the Lompoc Valley at 100.9 FM, or down in Simi Valley, or anywhere else you might be on kpegradio.com. We thank you for being with us. We will be back next week right here at Hawk Stadium when the Braves will be hosting old rival, the Rigetti Warriors. The purple guys will come into town. That should be a fun one. Yep. The Braves will see if they can still call themselves the Purple People Leaders next week.
Have to get the stack queued up on the right.
Yep, we'll have to bring that one out of the archives for that one. So now with a 10-point lead, the Braves set to kick off. Aldo will do the honors. Last time was a squibber. This one is going to kick away. This is kind of a short kick. Bounces at about the 18. Picked up and advanced to the 25. That was Caden Griffith on the return.
That's number 2, Caden Griffith on the return.
And that's where the Pioneers will take over 1st and 10 with 1:22 left here in the third. Simi Valley now finds themselves in a 10-point hole.
The Braves faithful are breathing just a little bit easier.
No, a couple of yards in at the end zone, a couple of passes that were just a little too long. This game could be very well heavily the other way right now.
Yeah.
So the Braves fortunate to be 10 up right now. That running play goes for about a yard. Coleman on the tackle out at the 22. It'll be 2nd and 9. As we're inside a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Pioneers will send 2 receivers to either side, one wide to the left. Fake handoff. Applegate throws left, incomplete.
The incomplete pass from Applegate was intended for number 3, Malik Hunt.
Malik Hunt, the intended receiver, out there on the far sideline over there by the Pioneer sideline. Incomplete. We'll bring up third down. 3rd and 9 from the 27-yard line. Stops the clock with 44 seconds and change.
117 or 103. Come on up and get the prize bag.
Same setup. 2 receivers here to the short side, 2 up top, 1 in the slot. And Applegate from the shotgun. Plenty of protection. Throws left, wide left, incomplete. Intended for a diving Hunt. And that'll bring up 4th down after the incompletion. A quick 3 and out for the Pioneer offense, and that will force what we think will be a punt. We haven't done that much tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Is that Dickerson back to receive, I believe? And Simi Valley has done nothing offensively in the second half.
Oh, not at all. Cooper Mulholland back to kick. Decent kick. Another little low liner. Fielded at the 43. That was Joker. And a flag comes in. I think we could have a late hit, personal foul type sort of situation.
There is a flag on the play.
Dickerson was kind of giving himself up there when he dove in to get that, and that'd exactly be the call. Personal foul on that tackle.
30.8 seconds.
That should give the Braves a free 15 yards. This is exactly what the Pioneers did not need to do. Flag at the 43. Moves it to the 48 on the other side of the 50. Excuse me, 43. First and 10 Braves at the Simi Valley 43. I'll spit it out.
Sooner or later.
Yeah. Week 0. Ross from the shotgun, throwing deep. Oh, incomplete over the outstretched hands of a wide open Kalen Daniels.
Yeah, he was 5 yards behind.
Yeah, had several steps on the defender. And Ross just put it out there a little bit too far.
It's okay.
He's a freshman, folks.
Yeah. And Daniels is junior?
Daniels is a junior, that is correct. Draw play. Oscar inside the 40 to the 39. Picks up about 4. Now they'll give him to the 40 is all. It'll be 3rd and 7. And that will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It will indeed.
There it is, down to zeros. We are 12 minutes from the finish. 3 quarters done here at Hack Stadium tonight. It's Lompoc 10, Simi Valley nothing as we go to the 4th. You're listening to the game of the week here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. That's your cue.
Here on the Braves Radio Network.
That's what we like to hear.
And the Lompoc Valley Sports.
That's Mike Loney. I'm Greg Ratcliffe. Bill Smith back at the studio. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you being with us. We want to thank another one of our sponsors tonight, our good friends over at the Surf Connection. Robin Dunnett, Woman of the Year, matter of fact. Congratulations on that, Robin.
Well deserved.
Indeed. All she does for the community as a volunteer, she is very deserving of that. We're just happy to know her and happy to have her on board. Thank you, Robin. Surf Connection, one of our sponsors here this season.
We also occasionally do some basketball. Greg, I don't know if you remember her or not, but you remember a blonde gal from Santa Barbara who was hitting 3-pointers all over the place a couple of years ago?
Yeah, sounds familiar. We'll get to that in a second. Quick pass by Ross, incomplete, and a flag comes in. That's going to could be another personal foul call against the Pioneer. Duarte Tenorio was the intended receiver, and he got walloped.
After the ball was bouncing around on the ground.
Yep. Personal foul, Pioneers, and that's the third call of that nature against Simi Valley tonight. Those will drive a coach crazy.
But that gal, Ember Melgoza, of the Dons, has been tearing up the Pac-10 for Washington women's basketball. And she's got a video that kind of has to be seen on Twitter right now of her making 341 pounds elevate with ease.
341? Yeah.
341. And she's not that big, folks.
Don't try this at home, in other words.
No.
Back to football. Jonah Burton makes the tackle. The Braves are sitting pretty at the 21-yard line, 2nd and 6. After that personal foul call. And if you're just joining us, Kevin Ross in that quarterback for the Braves, as Cameron Iribarren is on the sideline being treated for some sort of a leg injury. Another high snap fielded by Ross. Tenorio gets the carry, breaks a tackle, jumps over another one, falls forward inside the 15. Oscar showing us what he can do tonight. He gets down to about the 13, it looks like, and that'll move the chains for the Braves. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Braves on the move with a 10-point lead.
And number 1 back in the game.
Coleman and Tenorio in. Gayton comes out.
Ball on the 12. Officially.
2 receivers here to the near side. And timeout Braves. There was a little confusion about the placement in the backfield. People juggling around and trying to figure out who's going where. So we'll call a timeout and get that sorted out. 10:42 left here in the 4th. Braves lead 10-0. When we have a moment, we'll tell you about another one of our sponsors. Another good friend, someone we've known forever. Someone we've appreciated just as long. Kim, our good friend Kim from Tom's. Signed up once again, volunteered once again. We appreciate it, Kim. Thank you so much for your support of local sports and all you do for the community. We appreciate it. Tom's, one of our sponsors with us again this season. So with 10:42 to go, we're in the final quarter. The Braves are looking at first down from the 12. Ross from the shotgun. Gives to Coleman. He's going to get... He does a 360 trying to figure out where to go and get away from people, and finally goes down after no gain. Does a nice little pirouette.
Yeah. Oh, we've had our first official Scotia.
Our official Scotia of the year. All right.
Oh, hail the Scotiameister. A pseudo Scotia, anyway.
All credit goes to PA announcer Tom Garrett. A little inside screen to Ryan Morgan. His second catch of the night gets down to about the 8.
Makes a nice move to avoid the tackle. With another tackler on his back.
Nice to see Ryan Morgan back in action. Missed a lot of last year with a broken collarbone.
Yeah.
And he's a little bigger than he was last season, listed at 6'4", 230 now.
Yeah. Committed to a full-ride scholarship to the University of Wyoming.
That's nice.
Picks up about 3.5.
3 sport letterman.
Yeah.
Ross scrambling, throws complete to Morgan, tackled at the 1.
One football. Yes.
But that'll be a first down. Just shy of it. That was a touchdown, but enough for the first down. It'll be first and goal from inside the 1. And that was a nice job by Kevin Ross. Rolling to his right, rolling on the run, and finding Ryan Morgan in a crowd.
Yeah.
With an accurate ball.
9:03 to go.
And running. Full house backfield for the Braves. First time tonight. Oscar Tenorio. Touchdown, Braves. And that looks a little more Brave-esque. There they go, playing our favorite song, Mike.
Indeed.
Let's let you listen to it.
And we should mention that the band has been in pretty good form tonight, too.
Indeed, especially for week 0. Sounding good, looking good. It's 16-0, point after pending.
St. Louis up 28-21 on Arroyo Grande.
And there's an excellent looking point after, more like what we expect from Aldo.
Pioneer Valley finally scored. It was 58-7.
Back here at Houck, it's 17-0 now. Braves on top with 8:50 left to go in regulation.
Lompoc High School would like to thank Sunset Auto Center for their continued support of Lompoc High School athletics and the Sunset Auto Center Player of the Game, which we'll be giving away.
Big story right now is the health of starting quarterback Cameron Irabin. He is on the trainer's table, has been there since the injury. It was what, early third quarter, I think.
And we should mention some guys. Greg, number 27, Anthony Arias, a 5'11", 185-pound senior. Number 71, Nicholas Curiel, a 6', 215 senior. And number 57 for the Braves, James Braithwaite, a 5'10", 180-pound senior. Those are the 3 defensive linemen for the Braves tonight. They have got it done.
Indeed. So a high end-over-end kind of squibbish kick. Short to the 30, about 30-yard line, return to the 36-ish. So reasonable field position for the Pioneers at their own 36-yard line with 8:48 to go.
They're starting to run out of time.
Yes, they need to get something going here in a hurry. They've had some opportunities, just couldn't get it done so far. 3 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. Applegate rolls right, throws right, and incomplete on the far sideline, out of bounds. And a flag comes in late after the play.
Back in the interior.
Pass is signaled as incomplete, bringing up second down, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul again against the Pioneers. And if that's a preliminary sign, if that's true, that's the 4th personal foul against Simi Valley tonight. My goodness.
And that was well away from the play.
Yeah. Play was on the far sideline. The flag came in the middle of the field.
Yeah, right.
Way behind the ball.
Just outside of the hash and about halfway, about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
So that's
in addition to the loss of down.
That's something I'm sure Coach Brinkert will want to talk to his guys about.
Yep. Possibly involving volume.
Yeah.
Ball at the 21 now for the King.
Second down on a whole bunch. This one's picked off by Oscar, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. Touchdown, Lompoc.
Earlier, a few minutes ago, they were talking about the Sunset Chevrolet Player of the Game. I think we just saw him.
Yeah, I think that might be the case. Give that one to number 8. Oscar Tenorio with the pick 6 from about 20. And it's now 23-0. Braves opening this one up finally here in the fourth. From the hold of Bradley Waite.
Number 11, the backup quarter.
Aldo Anguiano in for the extra point. Good snap. Good kick. All the way to the track. And it's 24-0 with 8:33 left here in the fourth quarter. The Braves taking command here in the last segment of the game. Yeah, if they ask my opinion about player of the game right now, I would have to give it to number 8.
He's definitely stepped up.
The Andre Coleman down at the sideline giving Oscar some high fives and some love. And the cheerleaders on the track doing one kick for every point. And now they're finally getting their work out. They didn't get much in the first half.
No.
So with 8:33 left, the Braves will kick off once again. Aldo back out on the field. And if Simi Valley is going to get back into this one, they need to do it in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
And if I know my Braves, I doubt they're going to give them anything to return here.
This is going to be a blopper flopper.
Well, they kick this one away at the field at the 15 with whistles.
I think they had somebody offside.
I do not see a penalty flag, but they are bringing this back. Oh, there it is, way on the far side. Yep. Kind of blended in over there on the 40. Either that or I'm just getting old and can't see anymore.
It doesn't have to be one or the other.
So the Braves will line up and do this one again, for real this time. Okay, now they're going to wave off that flag.
Looks like they're going to wave off the flag.
And what about the one over here? Okay, I'm confused, but that's not hard to do. Anyway.
We have program number 4. We still have one bag up here to give away. Program number 4.
Okay, now they'll finally go over and pick up that other flag, I think, and then, all right, there we go. Now we can get back to business. And Aldo will try this one once again. This time with feeling. Line drive, hard kick, fielded at the 10.
Eventually.
Gets to the far sideline, got a little room down there, out across the 40. Another flag comes out.
Yeah, he's got...
Still on his feet across midfield into Lompoc territory at the 43-yard line.
And another flag.
And a flag comes in after the play. So we got
another
two
flag. So
we've got original flag down here at the 26-yard line.
So we'll see you in about 3 minutes.
And yeah.
After the zebra huddles.
We'll have a couple of zebra huddles for this one. We got 3 flags on the field, 1 on the return, and 2 after the play. Keep in mind, the Pioneers have already had 4 personal fouls called against them. The Braves have had 1. So there's a lot of chippiness going on out there this evening.
First question in the zebra huddle, since you got all 5 of them, is, hey, how come you didn't throw yours?
So 1 during the return. 2 dead ball fouls. Personal foul, Lompoc. Personal foul, Simi Valley. Those plays offset. Holding, Simi Valley. That one will be enforced. Holding on the return. So that was as complicated as that could have been, that was a pretty quick decision.
Yep.
So when all is said and done, they'll move the ball 10 yards from the spot of the holding foul, which was the 26. So the end of the play was in Lompoc territory at about the 43. But Simi Valley is going to end up starting at about their own 16.
I'm not familiar with that yard line.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 8:22 remaining here in the fourth.
Where Pioneers are going to take over first and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Yep, it is the 16. So that was a pretty costly penalty. Cost them about 40 yards.
And we shouldn't mention, once again, that return started with a muff that scrambled around from a bit to chase down before we finally came up with it.
Yep, it's a good job to track it down, actually.
Yeah.
Play over on the far side of the field. Griffith on the catch, tackled immediately for a gain of about a yard.
We call that a 1-yard gain, making it 2nd and 9.
Be 2nd and 9 from the 17. Clock running, 8 minutes remaining here in the fourth. One receiver wide to either side for Simi Valley. It's Throckmorton handing off up the middle
to Young.
And the Young didn't get much, maybe another yard. Make it 3rd and 8 from about the 18. And a yard at a time is not going to get it done for the Pioneers at the moment.
Andrew Jones, however, does not feel that anything additional is necessary.
No,
for them
he'd probably be happy with that. Throckmorton throwing left. And a bullet pass to the far sideline complete at the sticks. And I think it's just enough to move him. As a matter of fact. Ron on the catch. Out to the 27. That will be a first down for Simi Valley. Clock stopped to move the chains. Then we'll fire back up again with 7:07. Small airplane left on the clock.
That was a great job by Rance staying home.
That was Jed Rance on the tackle.
Another great tackle by Rance. Absolutely right. Loss of 1. Back to the 26. I'm liking what I see from Rance tonight.
Mm-hmm.
2 receivers up top for Simi Valley. 1 here to the near side. Throckmorton back to pass deep down the middle. Got a man all by himself. Off the hands and incomplete at the 35. Intended for Chase Aron. And that pass was right on his hands. And he just couldn't bring it in. And he had about 2 steps on double coverage back there too. So if he could have hauled that in, he'd probably be dancing in the end zone right now. But you can't ask for more on a pass from that. That was just dropped it right into him.
Indeed.
3rd down and 11. From the shotgun, Throckmorton again. Throws far sideline, this time incomplete.
Incomplete pass from Throckmorton was intended for number 9, Styles Caps.
Caps the intended receiver, number 9. That'll bring up 4th down. It looks like the punting unit will come on for Simi Valley. With 6:23 remaining here in the fourth. Just about halfway through this final quarter. Braves leading 24-0. Remember, it was 3-0 at half. Dickerson back deep for the Braves, I believe.
And he's saying get away from it.
And it will take a nice Simi Valley roll on the far side of the field down to about the 32. And that's where they will down it. And that's where the Braves will take over. First down from their own 32 are the Braves with 6:13 remaining here in the game. 24-0, Lompoc leads. And this will likely go down in the books as a Brave victory, it would seem, but a very atypical one for the Lompoc squad.
Indeed.
more accustomed to dominating rather than feeling their way through. But again, week 0, you have to learn.
We hand off to.
That's Coleman on the carry. Gets some nice yardage out to about the 40.
Yeah.
Pickup of about 8. Good to see Leandre out there back with no apparent problems from his earlier injury.
Call that an 8-yard pickup, bring up 2nd and 2 for the Braves.
Well, just across the Braves' 40-yard line.
And I think the Braves will be quite happy with picking up 8 yards per run for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Ross still in a quarterback for the Braves. They send 2 receivers up to the top. Coleman, the lone back. Ross to throw, looking for Morgan across the middle, incomplete, overthrew him a little bit.
Incomplete pass from Ross to the check for number 5, Brian Morgan. Picks up 3rd.
And at 6'4", you got to throw a little high to get it over ahead of Ryan Morgan.
Yeah, well, it was high behind and leading them in the wrong direction.
Just a bit outside.
That was a nice spiral.
Yeah, good tight spiral. 3rd down now, 3rd and 2 after the incompletion. Ross from the shotgun, he'll give it to Coleman. Coleman will try and get to the outside. He's not going anywhere. Now down in the hands of Jim DeYoung.
Coleman brought down for field gain by number 33, Jimmy DeYoung. 4th and 2.
Right at the line of scrimmage, it'll be 4th and 2 from the 40. Clock running, just over 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah. I think the Braves are going to go for it here. Mainly because their punting efforts have been.
Well, they're going to let this play clock run down, I think, and then.
Here comes Ross.
Ross back out on the field with the play, running out of time here. We have to get this one off in a hurry.
They've got Bradley Waite in as one of the receivers.
And there's the
backup quarterback as well.
Here's the timeout we suspected might be coming, called by Coach Jones. With 4:35 left, the clock has stopped. Braves will have 1 timeout remaining. Simi Valley with their complement of 3 still left here in the second half. 4:35 left here in the 4th. Braves lead 24-0. With this timeout, we'll take just a moment and thank all of our sponsors. Remember, folks, it's our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible, and we are so grateful for them to be on board. This year's sponsors, the Box Shop, Branson's Embroidery, Frederick Quality Plumbing, the Surf Connection, and Tom's Burgers. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors for helping make these broadcasts a reality. Please, when you see them downtown, tell them thank you. So here we go. The final 4:35. The Braves looking at a 4th and 2. And they will try and pick up this first down and give them the chance to run out the clock here.
So Morgan all by lonesome out here to the right side.
The give will be to Coleman. He's got the first down and more across the 45 to the 46.
First down.
And that's a big step forward.
Yeah.
And a timeout on the field. The Brave has been shaken up back at the 40. Not been able to see who that is yet. Clock stop at 4:30. When play resumes, it will be 1st and 10 for the Braves at their own 46-yard line.
Rather concerning how many injuries there have been tonight.
Sometimes you can expect some things like cramps and whatnot in early season play, but this does not seem to be the case tonight.
The new athletic trainer is getting a workout tonight, that's for sure.
It's getting busy in a hurry.
It's Sal Bernal and Dale Ekstrom is the new team physician, replacing Dr. Michael Gill,
who had also been here for forever.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have a couple of Braves going out to assist this player off the field. And this is another lower leg injury. That looks like number 50. Fonseca, the injured Brave.
He's done a good job on the O-line.
Limping off with assistance.
Basically at left guard.
No weight at all on his right leg. So with down linemen being at a premium, the Braves can ill afford to lose a whole lot of those.
Yeah.
And they will carry him off the field for the last few yards and give him a little break. And we wish Mr. Fonseca a speedy recovery. Back to the field now.
Oh, what a
Coleman cuts it outside. Gets a nice move and down across midfield into Simi Valley territory down to the 45. Flag on the Braves side of the 50, however.
That was a Ginsu cut.
Now he can change direction in a big hurry. Holding against the Braves, however, will negate that run and back them up to the 38. Good news is it's still first down.
And they were able to burn a little time.
First and 18 for the Braves.
First down and 18 from the 38. Little time went off, yeah. Approaching the 4-minute mark here. It's 24-0. Lompoc leads. And just ready to burn this clock out and call it a night. Kevin Ross from the shotgun. Screen pass here to the near side. Breaks a couple of tackles. That's Canley. Sheldon Canley out to about the 48-yard line. His first reception.
That was number 20, Sheldon Canley with the 10-yard
Put it out the 48. That'll get the penalty yards back and a little more. It'll be second down and about 8 from the 48. 3.5 to go here in the fourth.
And we did mention at the top that Braves came into this game missing a back. Colin Rainey is dinged up, I understand.
He's had one injury after another so far this year in preseason. Handoff up the middle, across midfield to the 49.
Canley for about 3 yards.
That's number 20, Sheldon Canley with the 3-yard gain. The 3rd and 4.
Randy had a hand injury and a couple of hyperextended knees back to back, and he's questionable for another week or two. 2:45 to go here in the fourth. Braves playing ball control at the moment. It'll be a third down and about 5 from the Simi Valley 49. One receiver wide to either side. Canley in the backfield with Ross. Ross dumps this one off to Morgan across the middle.
That was
complete, but down immediately at about the 43.
And that was in a crowd, and that was a
Pass
bullet.
from Ross to Ryan Morgan results in a Lompoc Braves.
But there were 3 white jerseys around Ryan Morgan. That ball was put right on the money. Right on the 5 on Morgan's jersey.
That was. I don't want to stand in front of the dartboard if he's playing.
True. First down Braves from the 43. Clock running as we approach the 2-minute mark. Kevin Ross under center. Canley again. He's going to get driven back after a gain of about a yard.
Number 20, Sheldon Canley on the carry. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Braves.
Inside 2 minutes remaining, they'll put the ball just inside the 43. Pretty much no gain on that one, 2nd and 10.
Sheldon is a 5'9", 140-pound sophomore. We used to say he's 140 pounds.
He's not very big.
No.
Put it that way.
He is pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, he's handling.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. No hurry for the Braves, letting some clock run before they'll snap this one. Ross with another high snap, drags it down.
Gives it to number 26.
26 being Tyler Rounds, gets his first carry of the night. Looks like he got down to about the 40.
3rd and 7 for the Braves.
Pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Lompoc from their 40 as we are inside a minute remaining.
I'll tell you one thing that Kevin Ross has done exceptionally well is he's handled the ball.
Yep, he's handled several high snaps. That's for sure. Ross looked to hand off to somebody, and there was nobody there, so he's scrambling and just throws this one out of bounds to save the day.
Well, if you're going to chuck it in somebody's direction, Morgan is a good guy to chuck it in the general direction of.
Yeah. Yep.
Single coverage.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank Sunset Auto Center for their continued support of Lompoc High School athletics. Their continued support.
That was interesting. Ross turned around to theoretically to hand that one off, and they were just fine. There was just nobody there. So incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down for the Braves. 4th and about 7 from the 40-yard line. Clock stopped with 30.2 seconds remaining. One receiver to either side. Ross in the shotgun. Cabrillo Navarrete in the backfield. Another high snap knocked down by Ross. A good job to keep that one in play, but he'll go down after the busted play. And that'll give the Simi Valley Pioneers the ball with 24 and a half seconds to go. So turnover on downs, and Simi Valley will have the ball to finish this one off. They'll put 2 receivers to either side. Throckmorton will begin at quarterback from the shotgun. Caden Griffith by his side in the backfield. Throckmorton going deep down the far near sideline. He's got number 13 complete. Breaks a tackle at the 15-yard line. And Johnny Organ is in the end zone for a Simi Valley touchdown. Throckmorton right on the money with that throw. Organ brought it in, broke a tackle. 2 defenders right there to try and bring him down. Neither one of them could get it done, and Organ is in the end zone, and Simi Valley is on the board. And if they can do that 3 more times in 15 seconds, so there goes the shutout.
Indeed.
It's 24-6. Point after coming up. This is number 41, Luke Phillip, to do the kicking. Looks like he's got it, and he does. The kick is good. So with 15.6 seconds remaining, the score is now Lompoc 24, Simi Valley 7. And who wants to gamble on an onside kick? What do you think?
At this point, I don't think it's a gamble.
So Simi Valley gets on the board right before it's over, and that's good. They got real close a lot of times tonight, and they finally managed to cash one in this evening before it ended. Like we alluded to earlier, just a couple of plays here and a couple of inches there on some overthrown passes, and this could be a very different ball game right now.
Kind of ironic in a way that they couldn't score in close, but they managed to hit the bomb.
Yeah.
58-yarder.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever it takes, I guess, right? So the Pioneers will come out here to kick this one off. They look a little heavy on the right side. As far as lineup is concerned, we've got 6 guys over there, 4 on this end. So and there's the onside. Takes a nice little bounce, but fielded by the Braves at the 49.
Somebody just jumped on it.
And see who that is.
Looked like Morgan. Nope. Nick Ramirez.
Dominguez.
Nick Dominguez.
Dominguez, number 2. Had some hands people up there. It'll fall on that one to give possession to the Braves, and we should be about 1 kneel down away from making this one official.
Number 2 rather than number 4.
So the ball will be spotted right at the Braves' 49-yard line, 1st and 10, with 14.4 seconds remaining. The Braves should be in your favorite formation, Mike.
Yep, victory formation.
Victory formation. Kevin Ross takes a snap, takes the knee. Simi Valley will forego their timeouts, and the clock will run out. And that will bring this one to a close. Week 0, at least our version of Week 0, is over. And the Braves hang on to this one at 24-7 over the Simi Valley Pioneers.
Congratulations once again to Oscar Tenorio, our Sunset Auto Center player of the game.
Oscar Tenorio, number 8, announced officially as the Sunset Auto Center player of the game, and I could not agree more with that. Excellent job by Oscar. And the Braves struggled a little bit on offense at times. Came up big on defense when it mattered. And managed to put some points on the board late to put this one in the win column.
On a night when the veterans struggled a bit, some of the kids really came through.
And as the players go out and congratulate one another at the 50-yard line, it is good to see, it's good to see him up, but it's not good to see him on crutches. That is Cameron Uribarren on crutches at the midfield congratulating the Simi Valley Pioneers. So that's the big story of the night, is the status of starting quarterback Uribarren for the future of the Braves here. But Kevin Ross stepped in, did enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
And I think he showed himself pretty well.
Very well.
So the Braves have some things to work on. But as you would expect after just one game, things are
there are some things to work on.
Yeah. But Simi Valley, I think, had a nice showing here tonight. They did some good things.
They did. And considering that they're a Division 10 team, which implies that they're not supposed to be as good as Lompoc.
I thought they played.
Although that's a whole different discussion about the CIF ranking.
Yeah, don't even get Coach Jones started on that either. So that will take you all night to get through that one.
That will be until the end of the season.
But I think Simi Valley showed themselves well tonight, and I wish them the best of luck going forward. And we thank you to all the Pioneer fans down in the Simi Valley who tuned in for us tonight at KPEGradio.com.
And I think Andrew Jones, at the end of his career, which probably isn't going to be for a while, one of the feathers in his cap is he's beaten Jim Binker twice.
Now, don't forget, we will be back right here at Houck Stadium next week as the Rigetti Warriors come to town to take on the Lompoc Braves in Week 1. And the Braves will go into that game with a 1-0 record.
And we should mention that the Cabrillo Conquistadors will be hosting the Bishop Diego squad tomorrow night.
Right here as well.
We won't be broadcasting it, but come on out.
Yeah, root on the Conquistadors tomorrow night. They're doing their Week 0 game tomorrow night as well. So.
They certainly can use the the support.
Absolutely. We wish Cabrillo well, and we will be covering a couple of their games later on in the season. We'll tell you about those when the time comes. But for right now, our final score here is 24-7. The Braves on top of Simi Valley. We're going to get ready to wrap this one up tonight. For Bill Smith back at the studio, for Mike Loney to my right, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for being with us tonight at 100.9 FM and KPEGradio.com. Our final score, once again, from Hawk Stadium this evening, the Lompoc Braves 24, the Simi Valley Pioneers 7. Good night, everybody.